Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful elect Akim out there, pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai has created us to do, so he can wake up and seal the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, and also you Israelites who are scattered amongst the heathen nations that may look like the heathen nations, but your father's seed line and your lineage goes back to you being a so-called black, Hispanic, Native American, and Seminole Indian, one of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. And Shalom. It's your brother Halak here from the GMS Denver camp, coming back to you once again through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah with another video. And we're going to start right here in Ecclesiastes chapter 4 verse 16. It says, "There is no end of all the people, even of all that have been before them. They also that come after shall not rejoice in him. Surely this also is vanity and vexation of spirit." And the portion of the scripture we're going to focus on is there is no end of all the people. Now you have these people who are trying to downplay the validity of the scriptures, the validity of the Most High's word, to say, oh, the Israelites are done away with, they don't exist anymore, or Esau doesn't exist anymore, so forth and so on. These are things that they say to try to get around the true narrative of what has been laid out in the Bible. But like the scriptures tell you, there is no end of all the people. All the nations that the Most High has created from the beginning are still here. You see, they've been preserved through the three sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and that includes the 12 tribes of Israel, the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It is still here because there are things that the Most High has promised to our lineage that he must fulfill. Promises he made with an oath upon his name that he will fulfill for us, so we cannot be done away with. This is why the world is witnessing us return back to the understanding that we were Israelites after all this time. It's because Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai is bringing to pass his word. He's fulfilling his oath that he made unto our forefather Abraham. And that's what we're going to go into today. So let's get this real quick. Let's get Romans 11:1. It says, "I say then, have the Most High cast away his people? Most High forbid. For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin." This is the Apostle Paul, who the pagan Roman Catholic Christians love to take out of context. He's telling you that the Most High has not forsaken his people, the Israelites. We're still here to this day. Why? Because the Most High has things that he's promised to do for us, and it must be done. And that's what these pagan Roman Catholic Christians fail to understand. Everything that's happening in the earth is all leading up to all that the Most High has promised to do for his chosen people. You see? So we haven't been cast away. Matter of fact, let's keep going. Verse 2 says, "The Most High has not cast away his people, which he foreknew. Wot ye not what the scripture saith of Elijah, how he maketh intercession to the Most High against Israel, saying, Lord, they have killed thy prophets and did down thine altars, and I am left alone, and they seek my life. But what saith the answer of the Most High unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men," which is a complete number of men, "who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal." You see? So it goes on to tell us in verse 5 that what? "Even so, then at this present time also, there is a remnant according to the election of grace." And this is what the world is witnessing. The world is witnessing the Israelites will be reawakened. You see? And as we move further along this timeline of prophecy, you're going to see how the Most High works miracles on behalf of his elect. Because not all Israelites that are waking up are Israel of the Most High or Israel of God. A lot of our people are waking up to be destroyed and judged. You see, because they're not of the elect, they're not of the remnant. You see? Matter of fact, let's get the next two. Verse 6, it says, and if by grace, then it is no more of works, otherwise grace is no more grace. But if it be of works, then it is no more grace, otherwise work is no more work. So what we're coming into is all through the grace of the Most High. Nothing can make you a part of this. It is all according to the Most High's basically choosing you from the beginning, you being foreordained. You see? And everybody's being foreordained in the Most High's movement to play a specific part, a specific role. You see? Whether that be you are of the elect or you are of the 2/3 who have been rejected by the Most High for now, or you are a heathen nation, or you are an Edomite. Everybody has been chosen to play a part in the Most High's movie. You see? No one has any say-so in the matter. This is the Most High's doing. Verse 7 says what? What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for. You see, because all of our people, they can't understand the fullness of the Most High's will. They can't understand the mysteries, you see, that the Most High is revealing unto the elect. So there's a difference you have to put between the elect and the rest of our nation. You see, because not all of our people can get it. Yeah, you have a lot of Israelites waking up, but a lot of them are not calling on the name. They're not moving in the proper spirit. They're not teaching the correct doctrine. So guess what that makes them? That makes them a rebel, which makes them a part of that number of the 2/3 if they're here in the land of America. It's not for all Israel. It's only for the elect. And the Most High tells you that all throughout prophecy as well, man, because the elect is who the Most High is going to fulfill these promises through. So his word can be kept. You see? So Romans 11:7, it says, 10:44, call lawyer Bashmi Oshai. So Romans 11:7, it says, what then have, so like Romans 11:7, what then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. There it is. Because it's all about the remnant of the nation of Israel. That's who's going to allow our nation to be restored, man. And Lord willing, we'll be a part of that number. So that's another instance of showing you the Most High has not forsaken his people as the world would have you believe. So let's get this real quick. Let's get Ezekiel 29. Let's go into some prophecy. You see, because what does it say? The spirit of prophecy is prophecy is the spirit of Yahweh Shai, right? Ezekiel 39:22. It tells us what? Ezekiel 39:22. So the house of Israel shall know that I am Yahweh their power from that day and forward. Right? 23 says what? And the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity, because they trespassed against me. Therefore hid I my face from them, and gave them into the hand of their enemies. So fell they all by the sword. According to their uncleanness and according to their transgressions have I done unto them, and hid my face from them. This is why the Most High punished us, because of our transgressions, because of our disobedience and breaking his first covenant. You see, a covenant that had consequences in place if we broke it. This is the only reason we find ourselves in the land of our enemies. This is the only reason we find our enemies ruling over us and us having nothing, man. It's all because we broke the Most High's first covenant. And he told us that he would do this if we didn't take heed to him. This is Deuteronomy 28. In verse 15 it says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. There it is. So that was the beginning. That was the statement letting us know what would happen if we broke that first covenant and not taking heed to what the Most High told us to do. And from 15 on down to 68, it's curse upon curse upon curse, which was some of them we have suffered, some of them we're still suffering to this day. This is why we find ourselves scattered all throughout the world in captivity upon the heathen nations, having to go to them for the one of all things. All that's a part of the curse, man. You see, because these pagan Roman Catholic Christians will tell you, oh, the Israelites broke the first covenant. Now the Most High has forsaken them and he's dealing with all people. No, no, no. That's not what it is. We're just on punishment for a moment. We're just in time out. But now that punishment is coming to an end. How do we know and understand this? Is because we're reawakening to the understanding of who we are. We are reawakening to the Most High is reawakening us to the understanding of who He is, of who His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shah, is, and the way that we're supposed to be conducting ourselves. And that's the way that we're walking in to the best of our ability. Why is that? It's because the Most High is having us return back unto Him. He's turning His face back unto us because He hasn't forsaken us. As the world would have you believe, no, man, we haven't been forsaken. The Most High has made promises unto us, and they must be fulfilled. This is why you see us being brought back into this understanding. You see, so let's go back to Ezekiel 39, and we'll go back to 25. It says what? Israel restored. Even after all the punishment the Most High has brought upon us, and it's a little bit more punishment we have to go through and endure during the time of Jacob's trouble, we're eventually going to be restored back into glory as the Most High has promised us. That's what's laid out all throughout this book, man. That's why the Apostle Paul said what he said in Romans 11. We haven't been forsaken. You see, the remnant is being restored, man, so the Most High can fulfill His word that he's spoken unto us, man. So Ezekiel 39 and 25, it goes on to say what? Therefore, thus saith Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, now will I bring again the captivity of Jacob, and have mercy upon the whole house of Israel, and will be jealous for my holy name. And it begins with the elect, but eventually, even the rebels of our people are going to be brought into this glory that the Most High has promised unto us, after death by pain. You see, they're going to be reincarnated into the kingdom to enter into the promises made unto the Most High's chosen people. You see, even the 2/3 are not going to be forgotten. And you have you have Israelites preaching that the 2/3 of our people and the rebels are going to go to a place and burn forever. No, man. The 2/3 and the rest of the rebels who are scattered all throughout the earth, they're going to die. They're going to be put to death. But the Most High is going to have mercy upon them and bring them into the fullness of the blessings, because they're still Israelites. They're still the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who the promises, blessing, and the oath pertain to. You see, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah is about to bring the entire house of Israel into glory, but it begins with the remnant, with the elect, you see. So Ezekiel 39 and 26, it goes on to say what? After that they have borne their shame and all their trespasses whereby they have trespassed against me, when they dwelt safely in their land, and none made them afraid. When I have bought them again from the people, and gathered them out of their enemies' lands, and am sanctified in them in the sight of many nations, then shall they know that I am Yahweh their power, which caused them to be led into captivity among the heathen, but I have gathered them unto their own land, and have left none of them any more there. You see that? That's a promise made. So this hasn't been fulfilled yet. So that lets us know the Israelites couldn't possibly be done away with, because if they were done away with, who is the Most High going to fulfill this prophecy for? This wasn't spoken for the heathen nations. This was spoken of the 12 tribes, the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So they still have to be here, and we are, and we're waiting for this to be fulfilled, and it's going to be done once the Lord Yahweh Shah returns, man. You see, the heathen, the pagan Roman Catholic Christians are just ripping pages out of the book, telling you, oh, that doesn't matter anymore. You can get rid of that. You can get rid of this. No, man. You're taking away from the word. Something that you're not supposed to do, man. And this is why all of you who are cleaving unto that pagan Christianity, fighting against the truth of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, you are going to be destroyed, man. Ezekiel 39 and 29, it says, neither will I hide my face any more from them, for I have poured out my spirit upon the house of Israel, saith Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And this is what the world is witnessing right now. The Most High is turning his face. He's turning his face back unto us, man. That's what this represents. You see, the Most High is having Yahweh Shai heal that breach that was brought between us. You see, we're being restored back to our power, man, in the fullness of it. Let's get this real quick. Let's get 1 Samuel chapter 12 and 22. It tells us what? Yep. 1 Samuel 12 and 22, it says, for Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai will not forsake his people for his great name's sake, because he put an oath on his name that he would do specific things for us, man. He gave that oath unto Abraham. So he can't do away with the Israelites. You see? Now we know that ultimately, as a nation, we deserve it for all the madness that we've done in transgression against the Most High. But like it tells us in the scriptures, the Most High is long suffering, and he's merciful unto us, man, knowing that we're only flesh. You see? And you think the Most High didn't know we were going to end up in this condition? That's why he made the oath, so he couldn't do away with us. You think the Most High didn't know we were going to go off? It tells you in Romans chapter 9 that he made it for us to go off. But the Most High, once again, the Most High has this thing figured out. He has all bases covered. He made that oath and put it upon himself, and he knew he couldn't go back on it because he knew he was going to make us to go off. And it's ultimately for us to do what? Be saved in faith through his son, Yahweh Shai. That's what the Most High wants to do for us, and that's what's being done right now. So 1 Samuel 12 and 22, it says, for Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai will not forsake his people for his great name's sake, because it have pleased Yahweh to make you his people. There it is. See, these pagan Roman Catholic Christians who love to try to defend their false doctrine, they don't go into things like this, man. It pleased the Most High to make us his people. Still to this day. Him giving us his son is evident of that. Yet him giving us the faith to believe in his son is evident of that. He wants to do all that he's promised to do for us. He wants us to be his people. He wants us to be fully tied back unto him. He wants to bring us into immortality. He wants to give us the entire planet Earth and everything in it so we can rule in righteousness. He wants to give us the kingdom of heaven. All these things that we read about, these promises that were made, the Most High wants to give them unto us because it pleases him for us to be his people, man. He's not going to cast us away, and we haven't been cast away. You see? Let's go here. Psalms 94 and 14, it says, for Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai will not cast off his people, which are who? The 12 tribes. The seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You see that? Neither will he forsake his inheritance. Let's see what this says in the NLT real quick, because I mean, it's straight to the point. Psalms 94 and 15, NLT, it says, Yahweh will not reject his people. He will not abandon his special possession. So that completely cuts this bullshit that the pagan Christian church comes with in the form of supersessionism or replacement theology. Talking about the Israelites have been replaced and rejected, you see, by the Most High, and now anyone can believe on Jesus and be a part of spiritual Israel. That's not according to what the scriptures say, man. The Most High's special possession from the beginning has been who? The 12 tribes. And we have not been rejected, forsaken, or replaced. You see that? I want to see if it says something. Yeah. Huh. Psalms 94 and 14 BBE, it says, the Lord will not give up his people or take away his support from his heritage. You see that? You see? There it is. Now, let's get Isaiah 41 and 8. It says, but thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend. Thou, whom I have taken from the ends of the earth, and called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, thou art my servant, I have chosen thee, and not cast thee away. Everything we're bringing out destroys the false doctrine of supersessionism. It destroys replacement theology. We haven't been forsaken. We haven't been replaced. We haven't been rejected. Now, we were on punishment for a period of time, but now that punishment is coming to an end, because it tells us the punishment of our iniquity is accomplished, and we have received from the hand of the Most High double for all our iniquity, man. So now the Most High is what? Basically pulling us out of this condition to bring us into the fullness of the glory that he's promised to bring us into. Because he made an oath that he would. He made a promise that he would, and that oath and that promise must be upheld and fulfilled. And that's what's being done. Now let's go to Isaiah 49 and 14. It tells us what? Promise to Zion, right? So Isaiah 49 and 14, it says, but Zion said, Yahweh hath forsaken me, and my Lord hath forgotten me. Can a woman forget her sucking child, that she should not have compassion on the son of her womb? Yeah, they may forget, yet will I not forget thee. Behold, I have graven thee upon the palms of my hands. Thy walls are continually before me. You see that? So the Most High hasn't forgotten us, man. And this great awakening is evidence of that. For all you pagan Roman Catholic Christians who are out here confused about us standing upon our feet and calling ourselves the Israelites. You got vocab, Malone, bewildered or befuddled or whatever you want to call it, confused on why Israelites are down in New Mexico. Is because the Most High promised to gather his people from the four corners of the earth. From one end of the earth to the other. From one pole to the other. The Israelites are being reawakened and the elect is being gathered. Because we haven't been forgotten, man. You see that? So let's go here. Jeremiah 33 and 24 says, considerest thou not what this people have spoken, saying, the two families which Yahweh have chosen, he have even cast them off. Thus they have despised my people, that they should be no more a nation before them. And that goes into Psalms 83. Of all the nations conspiring against us to have our name removed out of the earth. You see? But through the mercy and compassion of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, he sent his Holy Spirit down unto us through his son Yahweh Shah and brought all this back into remembrance for us, man. You see, because what? He hasn't forgotten us. He hasn't replaced us. And you don't see that nowhere in the scriptures about us being replaced. That's some shit these pagan Roman Catholic Christians made up because they want to partake in our inheritance. They want to partake in their blessing. And they can't because it's not for them. Just like we couldn't partake in theirs, they can't partake in ours. And that's all according to the Most High's will, man. Now, Jeremiah 33 and 25, it says, Thus saith Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, if my covenant be not with day and night, and if I have not appointed the ordinances of heaven and earth, then will I cast away the seed of Jacob and David my servant, so that I will not take any of his seed to be rulers over the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. For I will cause their captivity to return and have mercy on them. And this is what's happening. Because the ordinances of the heaven are forever. The sun, the moon, the stars, the planets, they're forever. So that means what? The nation of Israel is a nation before the Most High forever. So that lets us know we have not been replaced or done away with, man. You see? And we'll get one more. Let's get Jeremiah 31. We'll jump to the end of the chapter to verse 35. Oh, well. Jeremiah 31 and 35, it says, Thus saith Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea, when the waves thereof roar. Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua of hosts is his name. If these ordinances depart from before me, saith Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. But the sun is up right now. Later tonight. But you know what? Not tonight, because a new moon is coming in tonight. But in a few more days, you're going to start to see the moon come back into its fullness as the days progress. But that proves those ordinances will never be ended. You see? So just like those ordinances are everlasting, us as a people before the Most High, that's everlasting as well, man. You see? This is what it is. There's nothing that you heathen can do to stop Israel from being a nation from before the Most High. This is set in the fabric of existence. We'll always be the Most High's people. You see? And we're about to be brought into the fullness of being the Most High's people when Yahushua returns to bring us into the fullness of the second covenant. Which entails what? Us having our bodies changed, having the law, statutes, and commandments put into our inward part to walk in them in perfection, to be obedient to the Most High effortlessly, man. No more sin equals no more death, and we will be an everlasting nation of people in complete righteousness before the Most High forever, as he's promised, as he ordained it to be. You see? So no, the Israelites have not been done away with, rejected, replaced, forsaken, forgotten. No, that's not true. We're still here before the Most High. You see, just as you see the sun, the stars, the moon, and the heavens fulfilling their, part in the Most High's creation. Hey, we are still here as a people, man. Jeremiah 31 and 37, it says, Thus saith Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, if heaven above can be measured, and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, saith Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. And guess what? Esau hasn't even come close to scratching the surface of what the heavens hold or what the ocean holds. The Most High gave them an impossible task. Why? It's because he was never going to cast us off from being his people. Now you have these Edomites out here trying to search out the heavens. They're trying to search out the depths of the sea, but it can't be done. You see? Because the relationship between the Most High and his people, it can't be undone. It's forever, man. And it's going to be brought to a different level once Yahushua comes to change the elect, man. And Lord willing, we be a part of that number. And so with that, man, I'm going to end it by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, and a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful elect Akim out there pushing this word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah has created us to do. With that, I'm going to say Shalom, Wa, Abba, Baba.